Hello, 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 and welcome back to Luxembourg Farm. Well, we're not quite there yet. We've got this lovely message this morning, so we've updated to version 08.13. So there's more fixes that they've released. The patch notes are on the Discord. And we've got this lovely welcome message in. Thank you for playing Global Farm. Well, you're very, very welcome. In Global Farm, you can test your farming skills anywhere in the world, powered by OSM data. So it just explains that they've chosen to release Global Farmer as early access to gather player feedback and implement the features that we as an audience, as the kind of people playing the game, want. So project's in its early stages, but already showcases the direction we're heading. Yes, it does indeed. So there we go. We've got that. So now we're just going to kind of turn the music back. Okay, so we are going to loadage our gameage. And again, we've got the early version, but now we've got, you're trying to load a game that was saved with an earlier version of Global Farmer. This can lead to bugs and unexpected behavior. Well, let's see what happens anyway. So at least we've now got the text there. So before we had those placeholders, so they've obviously fixed that as well. The worst thing is it breaks the game and we have to start again. But you kind of expect that in early access. So, but hopefully it doesn't. We're going to try it anyway. Not anything particularly shenaniganery. So, let's see. Where are we? Well, we're in Janvier of 2041. And we've got a plan. Yeah, because we finished the year, didn't we? Finished the year. We made oodles and boodles and squoodles of money. Let's just scroll along here. You can see we made oodles and boodles and squoodles of money. 818,982 for the year 2040. We found out that the problems we were having with storage was alleviated by selling the milk regularly, because the milk is apparently taking up the storage space, which then leads to us not being able to store crops and losing them. So I already reported that previously. Why have we got that there? Got that there. Maybe it still thinks it's might still think it's harvesting the ryegrass. So there we go. Okay. So what are we going to do? So this year we had, what did we have on here? We put so that was, I forget. That was I forget. That was I forget. Okay, so these ones were all. That was. Oh my goodness. Brain. So that one was corn. So this one's corn this year. So we know that much. So we are planting corn here. Are going to cultivation. Oh, Wilson, please be quiet. Perfect. Time right there, the 30th of May. So we're going to put the cultivation on and off just to make sure we shouldn't have any conflicts yet. Yes, excellent. So we will confirm that one. Yeah. So this one, we had a nice turnaround with the tomatoes on that other field last time around. Let's try and figure something else that we haven't done. I'm not going to do lemons because it's just kind of crazy. Oranges, pumpkins, requires warmth to grow, drains a lot of soil moisture. Let's see what the pumpkins might look like. Oh yeah, got quite a No, I'm not going to go with pumpkins. We're not going to do pumpkins. olives. Yeah, also, if it's got more than 20% lack of sunshine, then we're really probably barking up the wrong tree. Canola. I don't think we've done canola as a crop yet. Maybe we have, but I don't think we have done for a while. So let's see, can we get better than 98%? 98% is the best we can manage. So let's go there. Middle for diddle. And let's do the cultivatorization. Oh yeah, we've got a little bit too close to the other one. That's a hand harvest. So let's put 2 people on the harvest. That'll do. On fermentage. Okay, so we've got those 2 fields done. Now, I'm fairly sure these 3 fields, so this field, and this field was zucchini last time. If they were zucchini last time, they're onions this time. It's just that simple. That's how it works. That's how it works with our rotation. So we can kind of go... Got 3 fields, so let's go 20th of April. 22nd of April, we'll do that there. And we will cultivatorize a mate to get rid of the weeds. And thumbs. So then we're going to go down to here. Plant onions. I'm going to go 29th, so we're going to go 7 days
All hands
later.
brace for impact.
And we're going to cultivatorize a mate. So no, we're 7 days later. That's good. So we've got. Yeah, we're not going to get better than 90% based off that. Yeah, 29. Excellent. Confirmatage. And then we're going to go up car to this one. And then we are also going to plant onions. Go 6th of May, which is about another week later. We're also going to cultivatorize that. Okay. Confirm. So we've got those fields done. So this field was... It was... If those were zucchini, this was probably onions, which means this should be apples this time around. Because that was onions last time, which means that's apples. Yep, I'm right. We've pieced it together. Who would have thought I'd actually be able to remember? So what did I just say this was? This was onions. Because it was zucchini last... No, they were zucchini, so they're onions. This was onions, so this is apples. Okay. Okay. 99%. So that's going to give us 15th of April. That's good. I'm okay with that. 15th of April. I'm going to put 3 people on seeding and harvesting. We are going to cultivate. Dang it. Why can we not get the cultivator? Yeah. See if plow. We can get the plow. Go up to 99%. There we go. There we go. Excellent. There we go. So I think we're doing okay for that. So that's fine. Excellent. Okay, so that's confirmed. We have apples going in there. So this would have been apples last time, so it's zucchini this time. Excellent. We figured it out. We figured it out. Only took about 3 hours. So the zucchini tends to be later. Mid-September, I think, is when the apples are coming out. So we'll go late September. The harvesterization. And we will put... We'll put 3 people on it. We will also put a cultivatorization in. And we will confirm. I think we are planned. We are planned for the year. Look, we've got a weird anomaly. We've got cows everywhere on all of the fields that we don't. Well, on a lot of the fields. They're not our cows. There's a lot of cows everywhere. So. So there's weird visual things, but in all honesty, the game has been good with its stuffnesses. Okay. So, what am I doing next? Okay, so we need to figure out, are we going to invest in anything this year? So we had a lot of trouble. We've still got plenty of ryegrass for the sheep. We had a lot of trouble. I say a lot of trouble. We have a 75,000 euro hit to our potential income from the sheep because we just didn't have feed for them. We solved that problem because the issue was the ryegrass we were harvesting at the end of 2039 mostly got lost because of the storage issue that we now know what's happening with. So, we want to buy more fields, but ideally what I want to buy is this huge field. This is 23 hectares. I think once we get this, and we start doing things like onions and zucchini on here, well, not maybe zucchini, but onions and things like corn, where we can use the harvester, possibly even carrots. We'll be able to, we'll be able to do stuff and things, and hopefully make our money back rather quickly. But it's 2 million, and we've got not a lot of headspace above that if we spend all 2 million. So I want to give us another year's worth before we do that. Which does mean that this is going to go up in price, probably at the end of the year. So we'll maybe try and buy it at the end of the year before, because I'm assuming I think the prices probably go up over kind of like the change over to the new year. So let's get sped up and let's get some of our planterizating done. So we've got months and months to wait before anything's going in the ground. The first should be the apples. Yeah, the apples and the onions go in around about the same time. That's within a few days of each other they're going in. It's fine. The Animana mules have food. And we're obviously going to we're doing our larger cornfield this year, so we'll top the corn up even more. Oh, and look, the saving message has got its nice text as well. So some of the placeholder texts issues have been solved. So let's have a look. Because some of the hover over info, it's been probably when we actually get some crops in there. Some of the hover over info has been a bit has had placeholder text. But it looks like they've made a lot of progress on that because, like I said, the things that I recognise readily as having placeholder text don't any longer, which is even better. Okay, more animals have been fed. Excellent. Let's look at the marketplace. So we've got 24,000 milk. Keep selling the milk. We leave the wool till the end of the year. In an ideal world, we'd have something that's relatively, I say cheapish, like the silo, but we'd have actually a refrigerated milk silo or something like that, or an automatic sell once a month for the milk or something. But yeah, we'll get there. We shall see what happens. I know there's a lot of suggestions going in, and the thing from the stream they did last week, the thing that they're working on as a priority is kind of being able to edit the fields in play mode, so you can kind of create new fields. It'll cost you, obviously, like buying them, and being able to edit fields and split them, and I'm assuming merge them as well. I don't know. Wasn't specifically mentioned. Apples going in 5 days. 3, 2, 1. So we're now cultivating up here, and we'll be ploughing down here. Cultivators can't be in 2 places at once, apparently. So let's watch as our fields become crops again. So we've got that done. So seedbed going in for onions. Obviously the seedbed can't be... Oh, is it being done manually? No, seedbed should be done, I guess, tomorrow. It clicks over. Okay, so it failed. It failed. So this is something we have to be aware of. It failed because the seedbed creatorizator, I thought we had 2 of those, was up there. So we need to put our apples back on here again. Okay, so let's go. Gonna go 3 there like we did before. 3 there. We'll go 2 there. It's already been ploughed, so that's fine. Confirm. So onions going in there in 5 days. Seeds. Okay, so there we go. We've got our apple field. So you've got to be careful of that. Somehow that conflict didn't get managed. But there we go. Never mind. We managed it. So now we've got the dance of seederizating is occurring. Once they're finished, should be getting ready to seed the onions down on that very lower field. Month away from seeding corn and canola. Onions are our early crops, while onions and apples and zucchini is our later crop. Doing the seeding dance. Diddly diddly diddly. Doing the seeding dance. It looks obviously a little bit more when you go into kind of slow speed, but I like the seeding dance. I think it's brilliant. So there we go. So we're going to do. Do. Again, still consuming, but that's fine. We've still got plenty of food for them. They should start to be being outside. The cows are. See, the cows are out eating the grass on the fields. Sheep. Looks like the sheep fields are still recovering to a degree, but some of them are out. No, looks like all of them are out because they're not eating any food, so that's good. You like that? When they're out in the pastures, we don't have to pay for food. So seeding's completed there. So those are growing. Good. Excellent. Really? Oh no, it's not really damaged yet because it's still planned. They're going to be seed shortly. Be seederizated. Very. So there. Excellent. Got a cow laying on the road, look. Silly cow. Blocking 3 lanes of traffic. That's a huge cow. It's a very huge cow. Eastern Luxembourg have shut the main road down because of a massive cow. So we're in the planting season for sure. Onions. Not lesions, onions. No. About 20 days for those. Twice that for the zucchini. Like I said, hopefully once we get all these harvested, we get to the end of the year, we'll be buying this field. That would be good. Oh, and they put something new in the finances as well, I think. They put obviously machinery operations. There was something, I don't know if it was in the monthly. It was in the what's the magic? In the patch notes. That's the people. There was something new that they put in the financial display so you could see a little bit more of a breakout on stuff. I don't know if it's the machinery operations, maybe? It was an operations something. So you can see the labour, you can see the machinery operations. That might be it, actually. But that's good. And this, I think this includes all the things like when you're doing the fertilizer and stuff like that. So, although that seems a little bit low for what we do, because we spend quite a bit of time. And maybe it's what we've done in terms of the planned ploughing, cultivating and stuff. But who knows? We'll see. We shall see. Keep an eye on that. We'll have a look at it. So if we look at monthly, see, we've spent 390, 705. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on machinery operations. Because, yeah. We'll see if it goes in there when we do the fertilizing and stuff. Keeping an eye on these things. Just speed up a little bit until we get to the next planting. Well, a few days. And we'll just have a look at our fields, make sure that they're still happy. If you're happy and you know it, you're a field. Maybe. A sentient field. I'm actually going to wait until we start seeing damage, because I want to see just how far the weeds can go before we do things. And I want to see if it's different for each crop as well. So we're going to wait on the weed spraying until it actually says, I'm hurting. Please help me. Because I want to reduce the yield, but I want to see how far we can go. So quite why this is 98% health. I guess we had a little bit of lack of sunshine to start with. Perhaps. I didn't actually look at it early on. Yeah, that's fine. So we've definitely got lack of sunshine for the corn. We know that because it's corn. Surprised with the canola. I don't remember doing canola before. But it looks like we could be doing nicely. And of course, if we could get a grain harvester when we get our huge field, that might be a good cash crop to alternate with the onions. So let's just have a little look, see how much it would cost us to get a grain harvester. Combine harvester will cost us 220,000. That is not bad. We might need... Oh, there's a heavy tractor. Didn't see that before. We've now got a large tractor and a heavy tractor. I don't recall seeing that. Maybe I did. Maybe I'm imagining things and I did see it before. Let's see if there's anything new in here. No, it doesn't appear so. But, yeah. And one of the things I didn't mention yesterday when I was talking about... One of the things mentioned... Oh, yeah, maybe I did. One of the things they mentioned was the animals they've got are all animals you can get products from, not sell for slaughter. That was something that the dev team were keen on making in the game. So... There we go. Okay, so we would need to build another parking structure. That's fine. We could get a combine harvester. So that's only 200,000. 220. That's fine. It's not bad at all. So... a few days left before the corn goes in. And obviously canola. Yeah. Excellent. We'll be more efficient with the big fields for everything that we can do with machines rather than with manual. Particularly on, 23.26 hectares. Yeah, that's going to be huge. Huge. We're also looking at getting a couple of smaller fields, 5-hectare fields, which will be small fields when we got 20-hectare fields, to start using for sheep, because the sheep were struggling last year to get out onto the pasture land because it was still recovering. So, yes. Go. There goes the corn going in. Let's check on sell our milk in a few months or so. Which means we've got income throughout the year, which is helpful. In goes the corn. Excellent. Corn's growing. May not be happy, but it is growing. Okay. So I've got canola going to go in. So I'd have to check back on, but I don't think we've done. We might have done. Oh, we didn't check contracts. No. Yeah, no to all of that. Asparagus is really. It seems to be really in demand in the contracts, but it's just absolute garbage on our fields for happiness of the crop. The yield. That's the word. Yield. Correct seed bed for canola. We'll put their singing in a can. It's a can of love. So we might try, if canola works well, we might try canola in concert with the corn there as well. Canola should be a fairly, well, if farm sim is to be believed, canola should be a fairly good, profitable crop, assuming it works nicely. Okay, let's go and check how things are going on our fieldages. We are getting low on that, but I'm not seeing it have a negative impact yet. So we're going to bite our tongues. We're going to hold off. We're not taking any negative effects on there either. We are literally just going to wait for those to have negative effects. So we're going to kind of keep an eye. Obviously, corn, lack of sunshine, and the mismatches are already having a negative effect. We can't change that. So we've got the zucchini is still planned. It's not yet in the ground. Excellent. Do. So we must try to remember in July to sell the milk thing. So we're up to 21% weeds. And the spray gets rid of 30% weeds. Yeah. That should consume all of the potassium. It shouldn't need a pick up. Again, that should consume less than the total amount that was in the field when we started, assuming it was full when we started. Again, we're going to keep an eye, because I've been spending quite a bit of money just putting resources back in. And if we don't need to, I'm probably just being overly cautious. Which, yeah, I mean, not the worst thing in the world, but do 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 do. Does get to 30% wheeze, I am going to spray. Just because that's the limit of what the thingy bobber can do. Cultivation started on our zucchini field. Wonderful.
All hands brace for impact.
Zucchini is growing. Yay. I think all the fields had what's it on them, so they should have all been replenished. Up to 25% weeds. Which, when you consider I was trying to spray for weeds before they got to 10%, and we're at 25%, and we're still not taking damage. So I probably was being a bit over the top. But again, you don't suffer any negative consequences for it, so... Onions are very, very well. But we seem to be... We don't have any damage, but we seem to be at 95% health. Just going to see if that goes down any further. This one's at 98% health. Again, not taking any damages. Okay, so it looks like a lot of these things... Again, I'm looking for the values of stuffness, and they seem to be doing all right. I think that, and I mean the values of stuff, the places where the placeholder text was. So at 28%, so I'm going to spray for weeds now. At low levels on potassium, but we haven't taken damage yet. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to look at the finances, see if that 820 June. Are we in June? Yes, we're in June. So 820. I'm thinking that's including our money we've just spent on spraying. There you go. We can just start to see weed damage coming in. So we've got to be just not getting to 30%. Okay, so now we've got we spray at 25%. We're doing okay. So 22%. We'll spray that in a minute. Not taking any damage for the still at 94%. So yeah. Okay, that's fine. Let's get this one sprayed. The onions do seem to attract the weeds quite a bit quicker than the other ones. Also have to see if anything else gets affected by the weeds at a different percentage level. 65. Low on potassium. So it's red on potassium, so I'm going to put potassium on. Wait for that one to go red as well. And put it on. And those onion fields should be about a week behind each other in terms of what we're doing. Zucchini is doing well. Daily crop damage 0.1%. Why is it 0.1%? H value okay. Temperature is okay. So still getting 0.1% per day. For no reason. Okay. Got sufficient phosphorus and nitrogen there. Put some potassium on here. So this is going to consume a bunch of nitrogen, so again we'll wait for that to get lower. We're not kind of trying to scrimp and save, we're just more testing the limits of what will... Again, we don't know why this is causing 0.1 damage. But it's not actually... doesn't seem to be ticking down because we're still at 94%, so maybe it's just a display issue. It might have ticked on with the potassium and not ticked off when we actually fertilized it, because this one hasn't done it. So that might be what's happened there. Okay, potassium for you. Doodly do. Didn't need to put anything on the apple field, hopefully. Doesn't look like it's going to use that much. We're probably going to need to put nitrogen on the cornfield. But we haven't, it's July, we need to sell the milk. Yeah. Sold the milk. So next one is September to sell the milk. I'm only doing every couple of months. But we're down to 93%, so we are taking damage. But why? Maybe it was the water, I don't know. Let's give it an irrigate for 859. Let's have a look in our financial overview. So it hasn't added the 859 onto the machinery operations, so he is interesting. Interesting. Or maybe because we hadn't spent it yet. Let's have a look now. Yeah, it's gone up to 300. Who knows? Who knows? That one's not taking damage. That one, that's fine. We'll keep an eye on things. Taking weak damage there yet. Excellent. Doodly doo. So there we go. Okay, so it's not the irrigation. It's just something there that's applying crop damage. But it is only 0.1% per day, which is annoying, but not the end of the world. Particularly when we're doing relatively okay here. Taking a little bit, 98% health. I'm good with that. Back up to 7% weeds. Doodly doodly. So that should thing. Probably put ryegrass on pretty much all our crop fields to restore them to a nice resource level. Doodly doodly doo. That needs irrigation. Excuse me one second, the dog's barking. Sorry about that. He seems to be barking a little bit more. There was a bush slash tree slash thing by the window that actually came down in the wind on Sunday. And so now he's got a very much less obstructed view all the way up the driveway. So he's barking at everything within 600 million miles rather than just the usual 300 million. But there we go. But it's all okay. And it's also bin day as well, so that certainly does not assist matters very much. Do do do. Do do do. And we're doing that's doing alright. Let's check up on our one up here. Still doing okay. We are nearly at harvest time for the onions. Hence I'm not looking to do anything too much more there. We spent a lot less on doing field operations, as it were. Put some nitrogen on there in a little bit, I think. We need some irrigation. Irrigation. So yeah, I will. That's the one thing I will kind of not let go too far because irrigation is important. It's gone into the gold, then it needs to be irrigated. Okie coco. Okay, so we've got our first onion harvest complete. 39,000. So we lost some yield there, but about 40,000 is around about the right money for that, if I recall correctly. But our second onion harvest coming up in 5 days' time. Another one about a week after that. See, it's all working out brilliantly. Working out wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, nothing any weed damage there yet. Excellent. Oh, we can put ryegrass on here, can't we? Let's put the ryegrass on to restore. For the weed damage, we will cultivate it. Will we not cultivate it? Will we allow it instead? No. Cultivate. What's the thing of stuffness? Why not? Oopsie. There we go. We had to wait a few days. Obviously there weren't enough people available to drive the tractor to do the cultivating, I think. Yeah. Probably because they're needed down here for the harvest. Would be my guess. That should hopefully bring that back up into normalness. Should be good. Then we can theoretically start selling ryegrass if we need to. There we go. Harvest time. Second field of onions. When you consider we got this field to do... Was it corn? Was it something else? We got it to try for asparagus. It was the closest match we could find for asparagus, and it still didn't work very well at all. Okay. So, to plant some ryegrass on there. Give it a few days. No. And that. Might need to get some more workers. Because we've been on 6 for a while now. But we've been doing pretty well with that. How are we doing over here? Okay, so we are to put some nitrogen on, just a little bit. So that cultivation started, excellent. So what did we get in terms of the onion yield? Let's look. Onions, we got 56,000. So again, that's about right. Do. Really? It's doing it manually. I didn't spot that. That's a bit daft. But there we go, never mind. Field's ready for its stuff necessities. How are we doing? This one's doing okay. Still not taking any weed damage, so we're good. That one needs irrigation. Shouldn't need 62. It's down into the red, so I am going to put some nitrogen on the canola as well. Harvesting the onions. Excellent. So we'll put that over to sell the onions first, and we'll pop that over. So that's 34,000. It's not too bad. Pop that over to ryegrass in about that amount of time. Should allow us to do a cultivate seed bed. I'm going to put that mechanical and confirm. So I spotted it there, you see. I'm going to do it manual. Naughty naughties. Zucchini's doing alright. The apples are doing great. Yeah, good though. Still doing the manual seedbed for the ryegrass. It's just insane. Oh, there we go. Insanity is how it goes around here. Planting in 2 days. To 17% weeds. Still not taking weed damage per se. A good amount there by the looks of it. So hopefully, like I said, by the end of the year we'll be able to buy our huge field and a combine harvester. That's the plan. Then we should be, like I said, we should be really, really rocking and rolling. Not sure what we'll start on that field, but we'll figure that out. Then have to figure out whether or not we're gonna, after we've done that, whether or not in 2043 we'll be buying maybe some more cows, some more sheep. I don't know. Be increasing our animal operations at that point. So we're getting 0.7 damage. Is that the same as we've been getting? We've gone back in. Yeah, I've got lack of sunshine. Let's keep an eye on that. It's doing okay. Oh, it's taking weed damage. I thought that might be the case, so it's taking weed damage at 18%. So that one's a bit. The corn looks like it's a bit more sensitive to the weeds. That's one of the things we were looking for. Zucchini is not taking anything. Got some irrigation needs there. So we're taking 0.7. We'll see what that looks like after the spraying has happened. Hopefully that goes back down to something like 0.6, I guess. 0.6. So we were taking an additional 0.1 damage for the weeds, which is not what we want. got a weed damage, which is going to be mitigated by the cultivating. Excellent. Oh, we've got weed damage coming on the zucchini crop now, so we're going to spray those. That's 15%. So it looks like the onions can take a higher weed value than the rest. Which is not too bad. So I wasn't completely insane with how often I was spraying the weeds, but I was it's a little bit it's a little bit more nuanced than I'd given credit for. Okay, so that's fine. So we should have ryegrass growing, ryegrass growing, ryegrass growing. Obviously, we could also put animals, convert to pastures and put animals on there as well to restore the field. To do that within a year seems a little bit suspect. Okay. Zucchini doing nicely. Have we had any other harvests? No, we haven't. Have not. But we're down to just under 4 tons of corn, so I'll be glad to get more of that. We are not quite in September, but we're going to sell the milk. So why not? Okay, milk removed from ventilated warehouse. Okay, so that is proof positive that milk goes into the ventilated warehouse and was exactly what was causing our problems, even though it doesn't show on the list of what can be stored. That's where logically it's being assigned by the game, which is why we were having problems 2 years ago to store some of the ryegrass, which then led to the sheep incident of 2040. The great sheep incident of 2040. Be careful about these things. Bum bum bum. Doodly. Okay. I'm quite happy with this. So I think we've spent a lot less money. I've still been paying attention, but we've spent a lot less money on pesticides and fertilizer in 2041 than we have in previous years. Oh. There we go. That's it. Current value. So somehow there's obviously put a placeholder in here for this, for the tooltips, and it's using the content of the nitrogen, but it's got placeholder values, which don't make sense because they're the message intending for the tooltip here. Interesting. That's... I wonder if that's been already reported. Let's have a look. Let's do F11. Put tooltip on operational phases, those nitrogen. Text description. Placeholder. Values. Tooltip when hovering over the phases shows a template of the nitrogen. Using the sheet. Find static. Okay, off we go with you. There we go. That's what we're doing. I mean, that's what they're asking us to do, is report the bugs and the things that aren't working. There we go. We're going to get 6.86 tons of corn. Yay! That works. Happy with that. Obviously, the canola we are going to harvest by hand this year because we don't have a combine yet. Well, we didn't have a combine when we planned it, so that's fine. So we ended up with, what was it, about 5 tons of corn. So we got up to almost 10 tons of corn for feed for the animals. Very nice. Eye on zucchini field. Don't need to really worry about the ryegrass fields because that's more about restoration, anything. See those values coming up nicely. That one's bare. We'll plant ryegrass on
All
here.
hands brace for impact.
Okay, that's going to all be mechanical fantabulousness. We won't worry about, it's only 3% wheat, so we won't worry about cultivating. Let's confirm that. Wonderful. Now we're harvesting our canola. I think we have done canola before, I just can't remember it. Wouldn't be the first time. Won't be the last time. So, got seeding ryegrass on there going. Excellent. It's going to take a few days to harvest canola. Oh, we're also harvesting the apples. It's all coming together. It's almost the end of the season again. Dee dee deedly dee. Dee deedly dee. Is that some good? The warehouse. Okay, looks like we're good. Also, when we sell the sheep's wool at the end of the year, I'm going to look and see what warehouse that says it's coming out of. Bum 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 bum. Plus, we might also look. What's it going to cost us to have a large ventilated warehouse? Cost 650,000. That'll give us 100 tons. Really? Let's have a look at that. So for 650,000, we can get a large ventilated warehouse. However, we can get 2 medium for like 95 each. Yeah, that's not going to be buying those. I mean, obviously, we'll need to at some point because there's an achievement for having, I think, all the different storages. But yeah, no, not for operational reasons. It's just insane. Okay, so 7 tons of apples were harvested. I don't know how much canola. Let's get these fields whapped over onto ryegrass. You can go over onto ryegrass as well. Give a few days. Oops. Yeah, that's ryegrass. Excellent. Okay. So we are approaching, hopefully, our field buying time, which will be nice. I'm thinking some of these fields will be turned into pastures for our animals, because this field's going to be a big lot of work. So ryegrass planted on both of those now. So the only crop we've got is our zucchini. Let's just check. Let's sell the apples. 123,000. The canola, 27,000. So canola's not so good profit-wise. Unless we've got a huge field, I would assume. Let's see how we get on the zucchini. Harvest coming up. And let's just check. Oh, not that one. I want that one. So yes, everything's having ryegrass on it, which is exactly what we expect. Yes. Okay, we're harvesting. Yay! Excellent. Got that going on in there now. Excellent. So we're almost up to 3 million. Hopefully the zucchini harvest will tip us over with a bit of luck. I don't think we're there on milk yet. No, we're not there for another milk sale yet. But it's okay. It's the harvest dance. Doodly-doo. Okay, zucchinis are in. Let's plant the ryegrass. A lack of sunshine debuff. That's fine. We've only got 7% weeds, so we're going to just kind of do that to that. And let's go sell our zucchini for 60,000. We are over 3 million. Excellent. Sell our milk. So think equipment-wise we'll buy that in the new year, but we wanted to get this field before the prices go up. So we are now going to buy this field. We have bought our largest field yet. Yes! It is wonderful. A bit disappointing that we can only sell it for like 700,000 or just under 700,000, considering we just paid 2 million for it. But there we go. Still. That's the nature of it. So you're going to have some fun with that field in 2042. That is absolutely for sure. Oh, we seem to have paused. Okay. A weed warning on the ryegrass. I'm not overly concerned, because we're not looking for a stupendous yield. So we are almost topped up on this, the resources, which is nice. So we're going to start to fast forward. So we've got all our main harvests in and sold. Got corn for the cows and ryegrass for the sheep, and we'll be getting even more ryegrass coming in as the harvests on these fields come in. So we're almost back up to peak values. This one is back up to peak values. We'll just pop in it. No, I'm not going to pop irrigation on there yet. Oh, I know why this one's first, because this one seedbed wasn't prepared manually. This one should have been second, but the seedbed preparation here was manual, which is why it took its time. So there we go. Back up to peak values, love it. Less chemicals, less doing of things and stuff. So we won't be putting canola on here, I guess. Does that mean we don't want to get a combine? Does that mean we don't want to get a combine? Summer wheat. What else can we use the combine for? Is it just the... Oh, it's the summer wheat and... combine. So it's summer wheat, canola, and seal. Oats. Oh yeah, oats. But I don't know if oats will work well here. I haven't tried oats, I don't think. Doesn't look too promising, but there we go. We'll see what we can plan next year. What are we up to now? So we are just harvesting in that lovely ryegrass for our animals. That field's back up to tip-top condition. That field's also back up to top values. Field's getting there. So that's good. Grass really does do the magic for us. do, do. Do, do. Haven't done summer wheat for a while because we did it for the chickens, but it wasn't a particularly fantabulous crop for us. Let's see how we get into next year. Let's just go speedy speeds. More speedy speeds. Got more ryegrass harvests to come. Okay, there's another ryegrass harvest coming. Peak values. Yeah. Got quite a bit of weeds on there. So that'll be sorted with a plough. Get there. Okay. We're down below 1 million. Craziness. So we just got 2 more fields. Get this done. Looks like all fields will be back up to full condition. Which is exactly where we wanted them. And we've got plenty of ryegrass. We've got absolutely oodles of ryegrass. Heading into December. Of course, it all goes quiet. All goes quiet for December. As usual, I'm going to say Happy Christmas 2041, everybody! Let's pause. So now we're going to sell the remaining milk. Sell the wool. So we're back up to the 525,000 with the wool. Now that we've got the feed for the sheep. Fantastic. That's good. So we're 1.5 million at the end of the year. So despite the fact we spent 2 million on a field, we still are making a lot of money. Let's just go forward another couple of days. Happy New Year 2042, everybody. So, despite the fact that we spent all that money, we only went down by about 1 million. So our sold goods, our income each year is just over the 1 million. So let's see what impact our new field has on that. So without changing any fields over to pasture land, we're going to invest that 200. No, are we going to invest that 200,000 in a what's it? No, we're not. We're not. But we're going to do onions on this field, I think. So we're going to do something we can harvest with one of our harvesters. How much corn do we? 8 tons of corn. So yeah, so that field will go the corn this year. So I think that field will be onions. Which fields would be onions otherwise? Would be our zucchini field. So zucchini goes to onions, onions go to apples, apples go to zucchini. So these fields were... That was apples. So that goes to zucchini. These fields were onions, weren't they? Yes, the 3 fields were onions, so they would go to apples. Okay, that's cool. Zucchini field goes to onions. Okay, right, I think I know where I'm at. let's get the planning done. So this field is going to be... Let's have a look at the contract. Got a contract for onions. We could be... Oh, we could have been quids in if there was a contract for onions. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to put onions on here. This year. I'm not convinced by the canola. But let's plan the other things first. So this is going to be the cornfield. This is the one to plan first because it's the most finicky. Looks like end of May is usually about the best time we're finding for it. So what I'm going to see if we can get to the planting season. So we're going to confirm that. Thank you very much. So corn done. That one's going to be onions. These were onions last time, so they are apples this time. It's apples, so it's now zucchini. Zucchini is one of the latter ones, so let's... Oh, did I? Did I do cultivating on that? I did not. Let's go back to that and do cultivating. So let's go end of May. Cultivation on. So go 30th of May. Go. Excellent. That's what we want. Okay. That's better. Totally didn't pay attention to that before, but go. So we want this one's zucchini. To not cultivate, we need to plough. This one. Zucchini comes in generally late there. Okay, so week into October, just like that, for the harvest. Harvest rise. 3 people on the harvest. There we go. So we're going to go end of September. Okay, fine. It says there's a lack of water. There really isn't. We've got the weeds taken care of by that, so that's fine. Let's plan that. So that's the zucchini harvest. This one will be the onions, because it was zucchini last time. So cultivate onions. There we go. Middle of April. We go. Yeah, so we get end of April. So do the cultivating. Okay, so that's fine. Confirm that. So that's onions going here. Onions in here. Really? Don't have. We have a crop harvester for that. Why is it not showing up? It's interesting. Okay. Need to come back to that. Let's just have a quick check. Definitely have the. So that's harvester. So that's power requirements 100 horsepower. Performance size is 0.33 hectares per hour. So maybe it's. Let's have a look. What else do we have? Anything? Okay. Maybe that won't be what we put on that field if we can't harvest it with the harvester. So 0.33 hectares per hour. Would we need? Would we be able to put 3 of them there? Don't know. Let's have a look back out here. So if we go plant onions, it's okay for that, but it's not okay for the harvester. Okay, so it takes 3 days. Okay. Okay, so maybe we will be alright with that. We'll just get the other stuff planned in so that we know that the conflicts are managed for everything. Let's get onions on here. Onions, onions, onions. It's there. Cultivate. That's good. Should be good. 87% yield. Already got the corn planned on there. These ones are apple fields, so let's get those planted. See how far we can go back. We can go almost to October, so let's go September for that one. Do need a cultivation. Can we do that? Can we do it with plough? Yes, we can go with plough. Okay, fine. Let's just make sure that that's fine, so that doesn't seem to represent a conflict. Let's go 2 for that, 2 for that. So May to September, that's fine. Okay. 1 field for apples. Apples again, please. Apples. And 2. A little later, I think. So go out there. 2 and 2. 2. Beginning of. There we go. Beginning of May, that works. Happy with that. 80% yield. A lot of that's based on lack of water, which won't be an issue. Nation works. Okay. That's another field planned. And another field planned, and another field planned. Another lost apple field. thereabouts. Cultivation. Two people on harvest. Just put it in. Okay, see if that works. That works. Okay. Okay, confirm. Right, now we've got just our large field now. I think that's planned, so it's just the large field. See if we can get the onions shoehorned in on this. So let's get onions. Let's planning purposes. Let's put mechanical on for that. So let's see. There's a 98% yield. So can we there? We don't need to. Well, we do probably need to cultivate or plough. Can't do either. Take 3 days to do the seed bed. Seems like we can. Oh, we can. Oh, you can add additional vehicles. Ooh, okay, okay, okay. So let's get a few more workers. Adding 2 more workers, and we're also going to add some more equipment. So let's buy new parking space. So let's just build. Okay, so now let's get 2 more small tractors.
All hands brace for impact.
Like so. And oops, not what I wanted. And we get another root harvester, like so. Seem to have issues with cultivator being available, so let's get another cultivator. And then in terms of the vegetable planter, we've already got 2 vegetable planters, so I'm going to stick with 2. So we should be able to put 2 on for seeding the big field with onions. We'll be able to put 2 harvesters on. Be able to put potentially 2 cultivators on if we wanted to, although I doubt it. Already had, and we've got 2 seedbed preparators as well. So that's good. I don't think we're going to get additional weed spreaders or fertilizers at the moment. So let's go back to the map. So let's go back to planning this one. To onions. So we don't really need to cultivate, but we could do. So we've got some very vibrant shaking there. Let's put that in. Adding adding more mechanical workers. Box. What's the word? is jumping. And adding second mechanical worker for a field prep stage. Box is rapidly expanding, contracting in size, causing a bit more disturbance, which is quite unpleasant. So I think we've got the screenshot, so I don't think we need to worry too much about anything else there. Let's send that one off. Okay. So we've got another seabed there. So let's is that another cultivator? So now let's do the same for this. So we've got the seedbed preparation, then we've got the seeding. We've got the harvesting. Okay, so we've got all of that. So it's a few days for each. Excellent. So hopefully now got enough workers, we've now got enough equipment that we can make a go of this. Expects us to use 70 tons, 70,000 kilos of onions. Get in there, you little beauty. So we're going to confirm that. So we've got that planned. Yay! So we are now planned for the year. We've got I'm just going to rename this. What's this? Blooming. It's Blooming Big Meadow. So we've already got. It's already been renamed. Blooming Big Meadow. There we go. So we've got hopefully everything that we need. So let's get going. Looking forward to this. So we've increased our workforce. We've increased our number of vehicles. And our implements. We haven't bought a combine harvester because the canola was just not a good thing for us. I don't think, because profit wise it was just so shabby. I'm almost tempted, because the onions go in here, because that's going to be such a yield. I'm almost tempted to get another ventilated medium warehouse. And in fact, I am getting the ventilated medium warehouse. It's like so. I think so that's it's only one over, that's fine. It's one over. You could put them side by side. There we go, one over. I think that's gonna be valuable to us. Said in 2043 we may look at expanding our animal operations depending upon just how much money we do make this year. But that's probably not happen until later on today, because I'm going to stream this evening as well. So let's get to our first planting. Animals are eating away at the food, which is fabulous. There we go. First planting. First onion field going in. 8 days to that one. 5 days to that one. I think And we've got a whole bunch of apple fields going in as well. It's a little bit busier early season now because the onions are fighting with the apples for our attention. So there we go. We should be able to get the planting done, and we'll be back later on today to get through the growing season. Just see how much money we make off of this massive onion field. Okay, so onions are growing. Yeah. It's good. So we're now ploughing down here for, that should be an apple field, I believe. Just going to keep an eye to make sure nothing conflicts and cancels our crops, because that would just be not what we want. Do that now. Seeded by hand, because that's obviously apples. It's good. Fortunately, the onions can all be done by machines, which is cool. There we go. Excellent. So we've got onions on 2 fields now. Apples going in. Got work commencing on huge field. Day. Oh, we've got 2 tractors working on the field. 2 tractors working on the field. We're making it. We are in the business of farmerizating. 2 tractors working on the field. 2 tractors working on the field. So that's the first time we've done that. So I'm pleased. We're now starting to push some of the things, the boundaries of everything. There we go. 2 tractors working on the field. Excellent. So hopefully that's not going to cause any bother for anything else. Seeding. Anything else going okay? Apples were seeded. Okay, so apples were seeded. Fantastic. There we go. So the seed bed's prepared. Oh, it hasn't. Oh, what's happened here? We've lost our seeding. Lost our seeding for some reason. It's prepared the seed bed, but it hasn't planted the onions. That's annoying. What's happened? Necessary equipment isn't available. Well, why not? You didn't warn me about that when we planned this. We planned this very specifically. So where is the necessary equipment? So there's something going on down here. Just going to let that do. So then that's going to be... Oh, that's cultivating. Then it'll do seedbed prep. And then we should still have... Let's... What's that? What's going on up here? That one's got 4 days. Let's see if we can get this one in now. Onions, please. We want onions. And we don't want seedbed. Because you've already done it, but you're going to have to do it again because of reasons of raisins, apparently. Okay. Oh, and it's not doing it this time. Apparently so. Weird. Okay, so let's burn that, see what happens. There we go. Let's see what we get on this time. Everything else is working. Alright, so we've got corn is still planned, onions are in there, apples are in there, zucchini's still planned, apples are going in there, and apples are planned for there. Okay, there we go. Now we've got that going in. Excellent. We will have a massive 23.26 hectare field of onions. That'll make your eyes water. So there we go. I really do want to see what the profit margin is on those. Excellent. Onions are growing. So zucchini still to go in. We've got apples going in up here. So that seed bed's being prepared. Wonderful, super smashing great. Super. Super, super, super. Can't believe we've got our big field finally at last. It's 2042. We've been playing, we're almost 20 years into the game. So that's not a bad thing. People that. So seeding of the apples is going well. Seeding these apples is going well also. Got a few more days for things kick off down here. Let's get going. Try and get everything planted, and then, like I said, I'm going to be back with the rest. So the rest of the day, the rest of this season. This afternoon, evening, UK time, plus or minus half an hour from 6 p.m. Generally starting more in the minus half an hour, so about 5:30, but don't guarantee it because it depends on how long it takes me to get my dinner. Okay. Up. Do. So I wonder how carrots would go on there, because we haven't done carrots for a while. Carrots are usually on the contracts, but they're not this year, apparently. Seeding for corn going on in 5 days' time. Let's get it done. String out onion fields for the weed. Get up to 25% before the onion fields are affected, which is quite nice. The apple fields don't seem to get there. So the apple fields should be right. The zucchini field is affected from about 15%, but it's not seeded yet. And the cornfield is, again, about 15%, I think it was. Excellent. So seeds going in for corn. So it's working out quite nicely. Oh, we need to sell some milk. No. Excellent. Okay. Just got the zucchini to plant. Eye on the weeds. The other parts of the stuffness. There we go. Zucchini is going in very shortly. That will signal the end of the planting season. End of the stream this morning. So please let's check on our other onion field. So let's give that a zhuzh. Okay, zucchini's going in. At which point everything should be officially planted. There we go. So we're going to come down to pause quickly. The usual. So everything is looking healthy. Everything is in the ground. And we are, once again, in business. Farming 2042. I said, massively impressed with how much progress we're making. So let's just hit the save button before we lose it all. Go, and we, as per what we have been doing, we're going to actually increase the version of game number, save number, because we've gone up a version in the game, just in case something goes wrong, and we always go back to a point where we were on the previous version or whatnot. So there we go. Okay. So yeah, so that is fantastic amount of progress. We bought our new hugest field. We call Big Blooming Field, or Blooming Big Field Meadow. We got that one. One of our key goals. So some of these fields now will start to probably come into the mix. So again, 1.8 million. Again, we'll see how much profit we're making off of this field. I'm suspecting it's going to be good. And then obviously we'll start to scale up the animals again. Cows seem to be doing quite nicely. The sheep seem to be doing quite nicely. We just need to have probably some larger pastures for them. So we'll be looking at that and scaling up ops there. So that should be fun. So yeah, so we're going to call that there today. I'm going to go to our outro screen, and I'm going to say thank you very much for everyone that's been out there lurking. I do appreciate you. Does not harm us any if you're just out there watching. So thank you very much, and obviously thank you to my lovely Mix It Up bot for being very helpful, keeping people informed of the ad breaks. And yeah, I will be back at about plus or minus half an hour from 6 PM this evening UK time. So do look after yourselves. We'll have a look on for the Twitch folks to see if there is anyone to raid. He has done his homework. Does not look like it. So we're going to kind of leave it there, and I'm going to say thank you, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Have a lovely day, and I'll be back later on.